If a genie came to me and said, baby girl, you have 3 wishes, without hesitation, I would say, number 1, I want a list with pictures of every person who's ever had a crush on me. Wish number 2, I want a list with pictures of every person who's walked past me and thought, whoa, she's beautiful. And number 3, I want a list of every single person who's talked about me badly in a conversation behind my back.
Woman, leave those men alone. They only made one mistake in the past. They saw you as beautiful when you were under 30 and didn't make a move. Today, those same men are probably married, focused on their goals, and living their best lives. And what is that best life for many men? Staying single. Because women are starting to discover that this is becoming a problem for them as well. Before we begin, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. That support keeps us going. Let's get started.
It's Valentine's Day, and 70% of men are choosing to stay single. And I don't even blame them, and this shouldn't be a shock to anybody. Dating in this generation is so impossible, and I can talk about it for literally days. It feels like every single woman in this generation is either a gold digger or a bop or both. And so, yeah, a lot of men are saying, we choose to be single, we're not gonna deal with this anymore, and I get it. I wouldn't either. That sounds awful. I just saw someone say something today about how I would rather be single than settle. And yeah, me too. I get it. That's me too. But it's crazy because you'll see women come online and be like, men are so sad and they're so single and they're so alone, but not me. I'm having a good time, just the men are having a bad time. And it's like, girl, be so serious for 2 minutes. Anyway, so happy Valentine's Day to all the singles out there. We see each other. We're right there.
Now, I don't know if I'm just speaking from experience, dog, but fellas, stay single, man. Once you realize that the relationship will always be about the woman and her emotions and how she feels within the relationship, you'll realize it's a waste of motherfucking time. Cause whole time you supposed to put her on a pedestal, but you will never get that reciprocation, gang. That's why they always say love for men is conditional, gang. You only love by what you can provide. The second you stop showing up, my nigga, so does the love.
I've been feeling this way for a very long time, and I just need to ramble and get my thoughts out, and hopefully some of you can piece them together. Basically, I have really been struggling with the fact, as someone who has been single their whole entire life, that I'm supposed to believe that one day some man is just going to be head over heels in love with me and accept me and adore me. I'm sorry, I'm just not believing it right now. You should have seen me. I'm not even going to insert a photo. I'm going to spare you that image. What I looked like at the hospital that day that I had dehydration, neurovirus, stomach flu, food poisoning, no one's really sure. There was not an ounce of my soul that was like, oh, someone's going to just unconditionally love this one day. No, I don't. I didn't love that. No one should love that. Woke up this morning, I looked in the mirror, I was like, no chance. No chance. And it's not that I don't want to be loved, that I don't think I'm going to find love. I really just can't comprehend that a man's just going to adore all of this. Look at what I'm wearing to bed. Look at this fuck ass number. Let's be so fucking for real. I've never been in love. And I even said to a friend recently, I was like, I think I'm always going to love the person I'm with more than they'll ever love me. That's a sad place to be in, but it's true. I love hard. I'm a loving person. And it's never been proven to me that someone could love me more than I love them. Maybe some of you are like, oh, Ellie, no, don't give me that shit. It's fine. That's my soul contract. That's what I signed up in this life to do, is to love hard. And you're telling me I'm supposed to have a man watch me have a baby one day? Fuck that. Nope. I don't know how you do that. Can someone who is married, even I watch my parents sometimes, they're freaking farting in front of each other. How do you, does a love like that exist? I don't, I just don't understand. You're telling me someone's just gonna love and adore me for all of me one day? Sounds awesome. When's it happening? Because I don't believe it right now. Here's my question. To the people that have been single their whole entire lives, do you also feel this way? And to the people that are in loving relationships, maybe you're married, whatever, you've been together forever. Did you ever feel this way? Can you please name a time where you felt the shift and you're like, oh yeah, I can be loved? I'm working on it actively in therapy, but like if you saw what I looked like in the hospital that day, you too would question if I'm ever going to have a rock on this finger.
Women underestimated a man's ability to adapt because men have something built into them, the ability to adjust to almost any situation. And why do I say that? Because they were the ones saying, we're strong and independent. We don't need any man. All men are abusive. We make our own money now. We don't need you anymore. Fine. Message received. Men got the message. They realized that chasing women who don't reciprocate makes no sense. That giving your all to someone who's only going to play games with you is a losing deal. That it's far more valuable to focus on your own life. Work on becoming the best version of yourself and enjoy the life you've built. And the result? Many of them are ending up in therapy because of their own loneliness.
Things that guys do on a first date that is an immediate no from me. Calling another woman hot in any shape or form. I don't care if it's Ella Langley, Dua Lipa, or God forbid, Tate McRae. You're showing me that you have little regard for how a little comment that you're making could possibly make me feel. You're showing me that you're comfortable with the possibility of me being uncomfortable or think of myself as slightly any less than. Because when I'm with you, I want to make you feel like you're the hottest guy in the world. And I expect that in return. We all know it's human nature to find other people attractive, but it's really common sense and basic decorum to not go around calling someone else hot when the person that you're supposed to be courting is sitting right in front of you.
Stop it. Get some help.
Let's be so for real. These men don't stand a chance in dating because women turn everything into a red flag. He didn't text back fast enough, red flag. He doesn't text enough, red flag. He doesn't call me enough, red flag. He fell asleep and took a nap and I didn't hear from him for 3 hours, red flag. He breathed the wrong way, red flag. He's existing, red flag. Everything is always something even when it's nothing. And when he says it's nothing, that's also a red flag because he's lying. You'll hear some dumb shit online about, oh, you can tell a man is toxic by the way he smiles. So now you're looking at your man based on some dumb shit that you saw on the internet. Like, oh, he's smiling the wrong way. That means he doesn't like me. Y'all leave no room for these men to make any kind of mistakes. Women will literally make up entire storylines about men that they don't even know just to validate their own insecurities and then get online and say all men are trash. You're turning a golden retriever man who has no issues into a wolf based off your past experiences. And then you expect the new man, the good man, the better man to take on all of these challenges with grace when you are the fucking problem. How are you going to be able to go into a relationship looking for a good human being when you're already looking at him as if he's your ex-fucking boyfriend who cheated on you and he deserves to be treated like shit based on what somebody else did to you? And how do you expect these men to still want to date you when you literally turn everything into a problem? Everything is a red flag. Everything that he's doing is toxic. It's not good enough. It's poor behavior and you're never satisfied. Like, make it make sense. Okay, bye.
Miss Sandra is so awful and evil, and it's every bit as bad as misogyny, if not worse. Okay, so I would like you to look at a map of the fucking entire world for me, and I would like you to point at the place where men are losing their rights for being men. Thank you.
Misandry is the final stage of feminism. It's when women cross the line and become radical, when it's no longer about equality, but about openly hating the very existence of men. Many of the women in that category are lesbians, and from their perspective, the hostility makes sense. Your direct competition. Meanwhile, these unrealistic standards have left men completely exhausted. Tired of being expected to function like some kind of robot that constantly needs the latest software update just to qualify as boyfriend material. Because what women want seems to change every day. Today it's the sensitive guy. Tomorrow it's the strong guy. The day after that, it's the man who's somehow supposed to read her mind. And the most ridiculous part? There are simps out there who follow every rule to the letter, checking every box she claims to want. And she still ends up cheating on him with the guy who's the exact opposite. The guy who doesn't meet any of those standards. The guy who doesn't even try. It's insane.
Women.
This man ditched me on a first date.
So we're out at dinner, everything's fine, the food's mid, but like whatever. I'm carrying the conversation, I'm being charming, I'm doing my part, but halfway through he's like, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Like, yeah, okay, whatever. 5 minutes goes by, then 10 minutes, and I'm starting to be like, what's going on? Then 15 minutes, the waiter comes by and is like, hey, is everything okay? So I'm like, I think I've been abandoned. And I check my phone. This man had blocked me. Mid-dinner, mid-meal, mid-bite, I was blocked. So now I'm sitting there alone with my half-eaten entree. Anyway, if you're seeing this, I hope the bathroom was worth it because you left your dignity at the table.
You know, Tim, I'm going to be honest. I'm a little confused and concerned as to why, if you cannot ruin a woman's day, if she does not let me ruin her day, this is why you're not dating. That's concerning. I mean, genuinely. So I made a TikTok yesterday and it said that you should never let a man ruin your day because they're not worth it. And if you actually go back and listen, I said nobody is worth that. And I genuinely mean that, woman or man. No one should have that much power over you that it ruins your day if they don't act the way that you want them to act or react to you or treat you or whatever. They should not have that much power over you. And I die on that hill. But I got a lot of mean messages from men who were mad that I said that a woman should not let him ruin her day. And I'm like, this is proof. They want to ruin our day. They're actually pissed if we do not let them ruin our day. So don't let them, ladies. This is all the proof you need. Thank you, Tim.
Gotcha, bitch.
So I don't really date. I'm not like on the apps or anything, but I met this cute guy at a cafe on Friday and he asked me to drinks tonight and then he canceled today, like last minute. So do you guys think he was just kind of like intimidated by my beauty and that he was scared of like how much he liked me? That was it, right?
No, he simply isn't interested in you. That's it. Because it seems like women are the only group that can't accept rejection from a man without inventing some other explanation. It wasn't that your beauty intimidated him. It wasn't that he liked you too much. You're just not his type. That's all. Accept it and move on. Now, about the date where the guy slipped away through the bathroom and left her with the bill. On this one, I'm actually on the woman's side. You don't do that. It's not gentlemanly. If you're not enjoying the date, if there's no chemistry, you have an obligation to be straightforward. Tell her you're not compatible, pay your share, and leave with your head held high. That's how a real man handles it. Sneaking out through the bathroom and blocking her afterward is cowardly behavior.
I think something men often forget is that women are a direct reflection of how you treat them. So if you make them feel safe, if you make them feel seen, if you make them feel valued, they'll be good to you. But if you notice that she starts acting differently, I would ask yourself, what has changed within you?
The reason dating is so hard right now is because male entitlement. People are trying to come up with so many think pieces and reasons. There is a very simple reason, and it is male entitlement. Because for the first time in history, women finally are not forced into marriage. Men created a system where women had to get married because we couldn't survive if we didn't. So the patriarchy taught men that you're entitled to women because they had no other option. So most men did get women. And then we went through a cultural shift where women no longer need men to survive, but would like a relationship with a man. So therefore, men had to essentially be nice to women, and that's where everything crumbled. Everything crumbled because men are no longer guaranteed women, and now they have to respect us. They have to be more emotionally intelligent. They have to listen. They have to have their own standards and boundaries. That's another huge issue. None of them know what they want. They don't have any standards. They don't have any boundaries because they're just picking the woman that they think is pretty. They want to date her, and then that's it. And here is a perfect example. A woman keeps posting all of her responses to a Hinge prompt of saying that she likes flowers on the first date. Now, the thing with the Hinge prompt is you do not have to answer. This is a Hinge prompt, so it's your choice if you want to answer it or not. So Someone explained to me why this woman got dozens of angry or sarcastic messages from men, being so angry that she said that she likes flowers on the first date. If this is what I'm talking about, men with standards. If you are a type of man where you're like, I don't like to do that, then just swipe. That's it. She's not for you. She likes flowers on the first date. You don't want to give flowers on the first date. Okay, moving on. Everyone's okay. But men are so entitled to women that they get enraged and angry that a woman that they would possibly want something that they don't want to give to her. So now they then get angry at her. And what made it even more wild is she then put a prompt of like, do you think that you should get a kiss on the first date? And every single guy said yes. So in summary, men think it's absolutely ludicrous to give a woman flowers on the first date, but they don't think it's ludicrous for them to shove their tongue in your mouth after talking to you for 2 hours. And what was funny, in the comment section, a woman said that she did the same thing. And she was like, I don't even care about flowers. She's like, I don't even like flowers that much. She said, I just put it on because it's a great litmus test to see how absolutely crazy some men will go just from a Hinge prompt. And she was like, it's actually been pretty helpful. And it's weeded out a lot of the creeps. So
things as a woman that I actually plan on absolutely never learning.
This ought to be good.
Number one, what the washer fluid is. Like, you know, when that thing pops up in your car, yeah, we don't need, honestly, I take that back. Absolutely anything to do with the car. Tire changes, absolutely not for me. I should never need to know.
Anyone that has that opinion about not needing to know how to do certain things should, in my opinion, probably not operate a motor vehicle since they don't know how to take care of it.
Do the mortgage. What even is the mortgage? What does that mean? What is it for?
What's it like to have the mentality of a helpless child?
How to pay the bills. I don't even need to know that we have bills. For all I know, money grows on trees.
This is embarrassing as a woman that there are other women out there that actually think this way.
What day to take out the garbage? I'm sorry. You cannot tell me that I'm not pretty enough to not need to take out the garbage. Absolutely. I don't need to know what day to take that thing out.
So only unattractive women know how to take care of themselves. That's basically what they're saying.
Shouldn't need to know how to use a lawnmower. How do you start it? Doesn't matter. For all I know, that thing starts itself.
Well, considering they don't know what a mortgage is or how to pay bills or even mow the lawn, it's my opinion that they shouldn't own a house.
I don't plan on learning where to invest money or where my money is even going to be invested into.
Well, that's enough of that drivel, because I'm actually really disappointed that there are a lot of women out there that agree with these sort of statements and essentially are broadcasting to the world that they are essentially helpless.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
The modern woman, gentleman. The one who demands everything and offers nothing in return. The one who isn't wife material or even partner material because she can't handle something as basic as paying a bill. This is what men are running into out there. But here's the interesting part. That same woman expects to be treated like a princess. She expects you to spend your money on her without a second thought. And what does she bring to the table? Her presence. With conditions, of course. Because her presence comes with a price tag. But responsibility is somehow someone else's job. And then they wonder why more and more men would rather stay single.
So you guys just want to stay single, right?
True. A lot of gentlemen out there would honestly rather stay single.
Because why else would you stop approaching women in public entirely?
Other than the reason that a lot of women have told men to leave them alone, they don't want them in their lives and they don't need them, quite frankly, a lot of women's personalities really aren't conducive to an actual conversation, let alone a relationship.
Because I feel like back in the day, like early 2000s, maybe the 90s, it was so common for men to walk up to women and, start a little conversation. Nowadays, that does not seem to happen anymore.
There's a lot of men out there have woken up and seen what some women out there are really like. So, frankly, most of them would rather stay single than risk being with some of the types of women that they see every day on social media.
So tell me, why is it that you guys would rather just die alone?
Because a lot of men have realized that it's not only easier, but it's much more peaceful being single. And not only that, but a lot of men have woken up to the fact that they have self-respect, and they don't need to be in a relationship to be considered a complete person.
I think dating is too casual these days. Everybody cancels last minute, and it's starting to really wear on me. Like, I was supposed to have coffee with somebody this morning, and they messaged me an hour before we were supposed to get together and said that they slept poorly and weren't feeling well and could we reschedule for later in the day. I'm busy later. I have plans. I am a schedule-oriented person. So no, we can cancel. And unfortunately, because that was your first impression now with me, we're not ever going to meet up again. So I don't, like, tell me if I'm inflexible or if I'm the crazy one here, but if you agree to do something with somebody, you do it. And I'm not a monster. I understand. Sometimes you don't feel well. But there have been plenty of times I set up a date with somebody and I'm excited that day. And then the day of the date rolls around and I'm like, man, I really do not feel like going. Like, I am not in the right headspace. I don't want to do this. You go anyway because you made a commitment. You don't have to stay long. You can tell that person, you can communicate, look, I'm not at my best today. But sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do because you made plans. And I feel like that concept is lost on a lot of people these days. Am I wrong? Let me know if I'm crazy.
It's easier to deal with your own life than to constantly explain to someone why you deserve basic respect. Men figured that out. They realized that modern women have become so empowered that many prefer living life on their own terms, and men took note. So they made a decision too. They decided to avoid the stress, to avoid giving everything to a woman, sacrificing years accommodating her, building a life together, only to hear, when she decides to leave or after she gets what she wanted, I never asked you to do that. You chose to do it yourself. That was your decision. Men woke up. They're embracing the single life. They found peace in it. They found order, stability, and focus. And I'll tell you something. Once you adapt to that kind of peace, it's very difficult to walk away from it. Because nobody willingly chooses to go back to chaos. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, here are 2 questions for you. At what point did you decide that your peace of mind was worth more than any relationship? Why do you think it bothers modern women so much when men choose to stay single? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Your support means a lot to us and motivates us to keep creating more content. Stay tuned for the next video from the wall.